Words matter. I'm sure you've heard that before, right? The question is, do we believe it? For the words that we hear others say, do we believe it for the words that we say? I confess, in the culture that we're living in now, in this season, and wherever we find ourselves living in community, I find that words matter a lot. What I don't believe are some of the words that I hear shared about. I mean, so many community leaders, political leaders, faith leaders, those who claim to follow Jesus, family members to one another, neighbor to neighbor, persons who have been wounded, oppressed, disrespected, people who seek to be disrespectful and bullying. So let's take a look at the words, or at some of the words that Paul wrote to encourage the new Gentile Christians who were a part of the church at Ephesus as they're trying to learn how to live in new and different ways and to live in community with others who are different. Ephesians 4:29. This is the Amplified translation. Do not let unwholesome, foul, profane, worthless, vulgar words ever come out of your mouth, but only such speech as is good for building others up according to the need and the occasion, so that it will be a blessing to those who hear you speak. Wow, powerful and challenging, imploring, aren't they? So how do they feel to you? Let me say it a little different way. How do they make you feel? I don't know about you, but they did cause me to pause the first time I read them recently. I sat with these words for more than a minute and I pondered. I did a little word search in my mind. When was the last time that I did or said something unwholesome, foul, profane, worthless, vulgar? Something that might be seen as being disrespectful, something that might wound or be hurtful, that might be inappropriate for the moment, that might be untrue, that might not be kind, that really wasn't called for. Perhaps you found yourself going to that space and that evaluation yourself. It would be way too easy to list what we've heard others say, social media, news, TV, podcasts, however we gain information. But Paul wasn't telling those in the church to worry about others, but rather pay attention to the words coming out of their mouths. The Message says it this way, Ephesians 4:29. Watch the way that you talk. Let nothing foul or dirty come out of your mouth. Only what helps. Each word a gift. The encouragement to watch, to be attentive, to be intentional in the words that we choose to say. Each word that comes out of our mouths. Because once they are spoken, they stick. And we can't reel them back in, can we? Paul is concerned about them building community together. The Jews, the Gentiles, the new, the followers. He knows that words can harm, hurt, break, and tear down, and so much more. Instead, he encouraged them to say only what helps. Why? Because each word can be a gift for the impact that it has on the intended recipient and on the whole community. We are to be a blessing to those who hear us speak. And we sure could use that right about now, couldn't we? J.B. Phillips says Ephesians 4:29 this way. Let there be no more foul language, but good words instead. Words suitable for the occasion, which God can use to help other people. May we too hear these words. Let them resonate. Let them just sit with us for a bit. And then may we use words of encouragement to seek to live like Jesus. Pray with me. Gracious God, man, sometimes when we hear other people saying words that are discouraging, bullying, harmful, hurtful, crass, vulgar, just not needed. We can just get stirred on the inside. We can feel hurt, rage, anger. But we don't have control over what other people say. We do have control about what comes out of our mouths. May we be attentive, intentional, in saying words that help, that build up, that encourage, that are appropriate for the moment, so that we can be a blessing, and that our words can be a gift, healing, health, love, grace, kindness to a wounded world, to a struggling community, to the heart of one who feels oppressed, bullied, let go. May we be the helpers. May our words heal. May our words encourage. May our words be a gift. Thank you for causing us to pause and to reflect on the words that come out of our mouths. Amen. Kathy, now I invite you to help us with a breath practice, because sometimes taking a breath before we say a word might be helpful. Thanks, my friend.
I'm always amazed by the effortlessness of my dog's breathing when she's resting. So today, let's try to create a little bit of that effortlessness. So wherever you've chosen to be, just allow your body to settle. And on an inhale, just bring it in through the nostrils, and an exhale through the nostrils. Keep the breathing going, seeing if each inhale can match the exhale. Let's do 3 more. Release your practice and realize that all the breathing that happens the rest of this day is usually pretty effortless. So may you have a day filled with breathing and effortless beauty.